Hello and welcome, my name's Hannah and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my updated everyday makeup routine, including a new foundation that I think is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. So sit back, relax and let's get into the video. Okay, so I've already done my skin care and I've let that sink in for about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's just jump straight into foundation, which I know is what everybody's waiting for anyway. This is the Max Factor Miracle Pure Skin Improving Foundation. And this I have in the shade 40 Light Ivory. This is very much like the Charlotte Tilbury in that it is foundation and skincare. It's got hyaluronic acid, just like the Charlotte Tilbury. It also has collagen boosting complex and vitamin C as well. It gives a medium buildable coverage with a radiant finish, which again is exactly like this. So what I'm gonna do, because I think that they are so similar, I'm gonna put this on half of my face and this on the other half of my face and you won't be able to tell the difference. So starting with the Max Factor Miracle Pure. Now this is a slightly thicker consistency than the Charlotte Tilbury, so I'll put the Charlotte Tilbury on my hand next to it. So that's the Charlotte Tilbury. That's the Max Factor Miracle Pure. This one's obviously a bit runnier, but they look exactly the same on skin. And obviously they're not the same shades. They are slightly different, but once they blend out, they look very similar. Going in with the Max Factor, and I'm gonna be using the E.L.F. Ultimate Blending Brush to put that on. And you see how it's given a nice radiant finish to the skin, just like the Charlotte Tilbury. I'd say this is probably slightly lighter coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury, but you can build it up and it is exactly the same. So let's put the Charlotte Tilbury, let's wipe my brush off a bit, put the Charlotte Tilbury on the other side. Okay, so that's the Charlotte Tilbury on this side. And I mean, look, they're both incredibly radiant. They're giving a very similar amount of coverage. Ignore obviously the color difference, but they look so similar. What I'm gonna do is quickly go over both sides with a sponge just to get rid of any brush marks, and then I'm gonna get up close and show you how they look. So there we are up close, Charlotte Tilbury side, Max Factor side. They look exactly the same. They're both really good, except this one is much cheaper. So next up, concealer, and I'm going to be putting on the Clinique Even Better All Over Concealer and Eraser, which is my absolute favorite at the moment. I ran out, so I had to get another tube. I'm in the shade WN01 Flax. I'm going to put this under the eyes and on any spots that I have, and I want a little bit extra coverage. And then I'm just gonna leave that for a little bit so that it thickens up and gives me a little tiny bit of extra coverage. And while that's happening, I'm gonna go do my eyebrows, and I'm just gonna put on the E.L.F. Wow Brow in Taupe and just brush that through my brows because that's enough for me on an everyday basis. Brows done, let's blend in the concealer. Next up, I'm going to put on blush, and I have really been enjoying the Jouer Blush and Bloom Cheek and Lip Duo in the shade Celebrate, and specifically for everyday the shade Promise Me, and this is what it looks like. It's just like a nice everyday dusty pink color, and I'm going to be using the Spectrum and Katie Jane Hughes No. 4 brush. This is a stippled blush brush, which I find works really well with cream products. I'm just going to go straight on to the brush there and then put that on to the face and build it up. Then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of bronzer on. I'm not a big bronzer person. My favorite bronzer is this one from the Body Shop, but it's discontinued now. So instead of using that, I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. And I'm just gonna put the tiniest bit of this on my cheeks to warm them up. I am going to put a little bit more blush on as well, just because I think we could use it. It was too light-handed. Okay, just getting rid of some of the excess concealer under the eyes because I'm not going to set that down. And then I'm going to go in with highlighter, but to be fair, these foundations are both so glowy that you probably wouldn't need it if you didn't want to. I'm going to add just a little something. So this is the Laura Mercier Rose Glow Highlighting Powder. I'm not sure if this was a limited edition or not, but I really enjoy this. Laura Mercier highlighters are very, very nice. And again, I'm just going to put the tiniest little bit. So then, lips and mascara. I'm going to put on the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Orchid. And these are just so good for every day. I have really dry lips and these just give an amazing amount of hydration. And a little tiny bit of colour, which is nice. Then mascara. So usually what I would do is use the Maybelline Sky High Mascara on my top lashes, but this has run out and every single store that I went to yesterday to pick up a new tube of this was out. So it's obviously gone viral again. Everybody's picking this up. So I would usually use this, but I have also been enjoying the Revlon So Fierce Mascara. So I'm going to do this on the top lashes today instead. And then on the bottom lashes, I have been using the Rimmel Kind & Free Clean Volumizing and Conditioning Mascara because this stuff doesn't move and it doesn't transfer onto my bottom lashes, it doesn't flake, so it's a really good bottom lash mascara. Okay, so now that the mascara is dried down, I think I'm gonna go in with a setting spray, and usually I would do this before my mascara, but because I'm filming, I forgot. Because sometimes if you go in with setting spray after mascara, it can smudge. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen today, but we're going to be using the Milani Make It Last Original Natural Finish Setting Spray. I'm just going to spray this all over, put my necklace in there, and hope for the best. Touch wood, I think that that's fine. And then as a finishing touch, I'm just going to put a bit of perfume on. So this is Zara Tuberose. It's just like a nice fresh scent. There. Rub, dab, tap. So that is everything. This is how I do my everyday makeup when I'm going into the office, when I'm going out at a weekend. Obviously, depending on what I'm wearing, the lips or the cheeks might change depending on what kind of colors I'm wearing, but I tend to really enjoy these Maracuja Juicy Lips. I also like the Tarte H2O balms, are really nice. The Maybelline Lifter Glosses are really nice for every day. And I think I mentioned this in my 2021 favorites, but the Physicians Formula Butter blushes are really nice and the Tarte blushes are really nice. So I'll kind of mix it up, but in general, if I want something very neutral, this is what I will go for. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you have tried the Max Factor Skin Improving Foundation, let me know what you think. If you liked this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more videos from me, then please do hit the subscribe button down below. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.